Good morning, afternoon, and evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Fit4Lyfe Lifestyle Podcast. I am Anthony Changes, joined by the greatest to ever do it, regardless of whatever it is, Sandy Tachi.
How many times you had to practice that?
Since last night, probably about a good 15 times. Today we've got a special episode.
Yes, we do.
We are joined by the latest Lyfer to grace the covers of our Fit4Lyfe newsletter.
Beth, all over the covers.
Right. We've got Beth Birdsong, correct? Is I saying it right?
You're saying it right.
Right on. Welcome, Beth.
Thanks.
So if you guys don't know Beth, she's one of our newest Lyfers who's had an amazing transformation since you joined. And that's why you were chosen to be featured as a testimonial. So while this may not be a deposition, you will be providing testimony today.
Right?
So why don't you give us a little rundown as to what your transformation has been like since you started here at Fit?
Oh, it's been pretty significant. I started August 31st, I think, and I've lost over 30 pounds. I'm best shape of my life.
We see it too. You look amazing.
Thank you. And definitely I used to go to like a more traditional gym, a Memorial.
Yep.
And I was either going to be bulky, muscular, or overweight. I didn't think I was ever going to have any kind of like lean muscle. I didn't think that was just, my body's not going to do that.
Right.
But it's exactly what I always wanted is happening. So
right on.
Yeah,
That's
very
awesome.
Cool.
So you are an educator, correct?
I am.
Special education. Mm-hmm. Right on. So welcome to the Fit4Lyfe family. And this is good that your education experience can be hopefully of some use here at the gym.
And I'm told that you might need a special educator. So.
I was getting towards that. I was like, maybe we can speak off camera about like some counseling after.
Yeah. We'll get you covered.
But it's good to see that that there's someone that can join the gym and see a transformation like yours pretty early on. I felt like when I started at the gym in January of last year, I felt like I was having a similar transformation experience, and then COVID hit. Mm-hmm. Now, is that similar to your story in the sense that COVID hit and shut down your gym, or how did that work?
Well, COVID shut down my gym, but to be honest, over the last few years, I was going sporadically. It wasn't part of my life. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I would feel guilty, and then I'd go back for a month or two, and then I wouldn't go for 6 months. There about 10 years ago, probably like from when I was 36 to like 44, I did go pretty consistently, but and it just kind of dropped off, and it was never, it was always about keeping weight off or, what I look like. It really wasn't the experience I'm having now. Like this is a part of my life. This is part of who I am now. Like this couldn't drop off because this is just part of who I am. I always before, and it was a great gym. I mean, it was just more of a traditional gym, and I would have to kind of talk myself into going, and like I never think twice about it. And I'm not a morning person, so when the alarm goes off at 4,
you're here at 5:15 class.
You have no idea. I am not a morning person, but I never. And I'm not like hopping out of bed going, oh boy, like Coach Jason, yay.
I don't think anyone has ever said that in the history of ever.
Ever.
We're so excited to see him at 5:15.
Yeah. But it doesn't even cross my mind to talk myself out of it, or it's only 10 bucks. No, I've never missed a class. I missed one at the very beginning when it used to be like on the weekend classes were on the hour, and I got confused and showed up 15 minutes late for one.
Yeah.
But other than that, and that's not me either, because I was a queen of making excuses to not go to the gym. But
right
it's just, I don't think about it. This is just part of who I am now.
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah. I remember when you first came in here and you told me that you had you came from Memorial.
Right.
And I was like, that's so crazy because I started at Memorial. Mm-hmm. That was the gym I started at when I was 14, I think, with my mom. And I remember going there and doing like the aerobics classes and doing like some, just like jumping from machine to machine. Like I'm like, oh, shoulder presses, leg presses, curls. All right, I'm done. But I mean, I was 14. But it was just crazy. It was so relatable because I'm like, wow, like that gym has been around forever. Ever.
Old?
No.
So early in the interview,
Right?
Really?
Oh,
I have a tendency to do that. I'm sorry.
I'm just happy that I wasn't the first one to get in trouble. By all means, Sandy, thank you.
Someone had to do it. Yeah, but that gym's amazing. It's unfortunate. Did they close? Did they end up closing?
Yeah,
or they did.
They did.
Yeah.
And the one in Hollywood too.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I think the rehab center's still open, but the gym part is gone.
Yeah.
And I started going there when my 20-year-old was a baby. I started taking mommy me exercise classes there. And that was the first time I really joined a gym. So I was 34. That was the first, or 35 when I actually joined the gym part of it.
Yeah.
I had never belonged to a gym before.
So this gym is like just a regular
gym.
You know, you go in, you work out, have free weights,
it's almost like a mini
that.
version of like an LA Fitness or like a Crunch Fitness. It's just like a smaller version of it. So you have your aerobics rooms. Did they have a pool there too?
Yeah.
Okay, so they had a pool, aerobics room. Then you have like your weights and things like that. As far as like I could remember, and you had your locker rooms and stuff. So it's like one of those. You know, not as large as like a big box gym, but not small like this, like a small, you know, private type of gym.
Right.
And you found success at a gym like that.
I did. Yeah.
That's awesome because I've paid monthly dues at several gyms for plenty of time and have gone to classes there, or not even classes, but have gone to the gym and left feeling unaccomplished. Like I wasted my time there, and I've never felt that coming here. So to see that you have what it takes to be successful and have the drive and dedication to go to a gym and actually work out and then come here, like that's a big plus in my opinion. So kudos to that.
Well, but I will say, like you talked about, you know, they had all the machines, and I did the machines. I would do the same thing for a year before I would even have the nerve to try to change it up.
Yeah.
And, you know, so... And I wouldn't be able to move my neck. I did everything wrong. And that's why, oh my God, when I first like walked by here and I'm like, oh no. They're doing everything really fast and they're changing.
People are crazy in there.
And
what are they doing?
No, I need to do like the same little thing over and over and over again, or I can't do it.
Right.
So it was a really different experience. And again, they were really nice there. And if you were doing something wrong and they happened to notice, they'd come over, but it's not the same experience at all. And again, I think I was just wanted to keep the weight off and I wanted to keep in shape, and that was the motivation. But you know, because I joined a gym so much later in life, so that was like a cool thing to, you know, suddenly be in shape. But it's different.
When did your weight become an issue for you, or when did you decide like, okay, this is like
this time around? Or in general?
In general, you know, like when did you decide to?
I was always up and down. I was a skinny kid. Probably like later in high school, I started putting on the pounds, and then it was just always a roller coaster. You know, like a lot of people.
Right.
It really didn't like. What motivated me to join the gym to begin with was I got put on 50 pounds with my last pregnancy, so I had never been, you know, that heavy before. So I was, you know, it's like something, I got to do something. This is just going to get really out of control. This time around, right before I ended up joining here, and it was right after I got the letter that Memorial closed, for the first time, you know, I had my annual and I had osteopenia and my cholesterol was up, and I never had any health issues before. So I was like, okay, this is not just vanity now. This is
health.
This is
serious.
health. Yeah. And I'm 54, so it's not like, oh, it's a little bump. This is like either I'm going down this road or I'm going to go down a different road.
Right.
Yeah.
Any previous diet attempts?
I've done like Weight Watchers on and off, and that's what I'm doing now. And that kind of works for me. You know, because I'm definitely a foodie. You know, I'm never going to become a health food addict.
So no cauliflower rice for you anytime soon?
No rice I saw.
I have to make you the rice.
I have made cauliflower rice that is good, but it's off that.
But it's cauliflower rice.
It's cauliflower. It's good for cauliflower rice. Same thing. I have a friend who like is trying to turn me on to quinoa, and she'll make all these recipes, and I'm like, yeah, it's good because you can't taste the quinoa, but that doesn't make the quinoa good,
Right?
But
For this.
yeah, so for me, something like that's just getting more in tune. If this is really bad for you, then have it in moderation.
Right.
And if there's something that I really like that's really good for me, find different ways to make it to keep it interesting. But I'm definitely a foodie. I don't think I'm ever going to be a health food girl.
Nice. And Weight Watchers has a community aspect to it as well, right? I mean,
Yeah.
I did it for a little while, but I didn't go to meetings or anything like that. Is this through the app, or is this like a
Now
like a
it's through
program?
when I started doing it, I was going to the meetings. Now I just do it through the app. I go to a meeting once in a while, but it actually conflicts with my weekend classes here. So
Okay, I like that.
Can't have that. She was 15 minutes late to one class. And she's beating herself up over it. Like,
Right?
oh no, that's the other funny thing is I'm late for everything. Like everybody knows to lie to me about what time something starts. So the fact, and I'm always the last person walking in here. But well, Lisa and I are kind of neck and neck.
Yeah.
But I make it here, and that's that says a lot. I mean,
Yeah.
this is
For sure.
really,
We know Beth's on the roster. She's going to be here.
Right.
It may be that time she's going to walk around that corner
Right.
like 10 seconds. Give her like 10 seconds.
and this is why you guys have a roster. You're like,
Yep. We know.
You're supposed to be here and you're not here.
And we know certain clients that are like rolling in here, like some that are 15 minutes early, totally cool, and then some that are like right there at the minute, like it's 5:15. I'm
me.
oh
That's
yeah,
me.
where is she?
That's
Where is
me.
she? Where is she? Do you walk here?
Yeah,
Nice.
usually.
What?
Yeah,
Nice.
Unless I have to go somewhere like right after, 'cause I live in the townhouses right
Yeah.
behind.
Oh, I
That
could have used you on there in
that little bit
that
of
story,
extra-
that last episode. Like,
Right?
I will tell you where the spare key is.
Beth, I'm sorry I have an emergency. I'm sorry to do
I
this
need to
scene.
use your
Tell you where the spare
restroom.
key is. My restroom is your restroom.
That's love right there, ladies and gentlemen.
Right? And
That's-
she just met you.
Right,
I'm
it's
just
just-
kidding.
I'm easy.
Oh my
so
gosh.
walking here, how long does that take you?
It takes me 7 minutes because if it's 5:08, if it's after 5:08, I have to jump in the car.
It takes me 7 minutes to drive here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah, and I love. I mean, I could drive over, but I love walking over, and I don't really check on Facebook ahead of time to see what we're gonna do, and I'm walking over. Okay,
Smart.
what's today gonna be? And
Right.
yeah, kind of get psyched for it.
Yeah. So you I know you had already mentioned about, like this time being like a little bit different, like the whole experience and stuff. But what would you say is so different? Like you're so anxious to like get here, in the morning. Like what's so different like now versus other gyms or things like that? Like,
It's how I feel afterwards. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like, it's like a drug. I feel
it
really is. I used to, this is really bad, but when I was at the other gym, and I said there was like 8 years or so that I was
Yeah.
really good about going to the gym, but somewhere in the middle of that 8 years, I took up smoking again. I had been a smoker, in my early 20s, then I quit for years and years, and I don't even know how it happened, but I started smoking again. So I would be riding home from the gym going, can't wait to have my cigarette. That's all I cared about. Like and I'm just going to sit and veg and smoke my cigarette and and now I am so psyched about this burst of energy
That's
I'm going to get
amazing.
afterwards.
That's so
and it lasts
awesome.
all day. Because when I roll out of bed at 4, a lot of times, I didn't go to sleep till 11, 12 the night before because of
yeah,
work.
sure, you're busy.
And and so you would think after 4 hours I'd be like, hell no, I'm not going. And I'm like, yes, I am, because
Yeah.
I'm going to feel good all day. And if I
Right.
don't,
Yeah.
I'm going to feel like crap all day.
Right. Yeah.
Kudos to quitting smoking, because I know how difficult that struggle can be. That's you don't realize like how much healthier you feel after.
Yeah.
It's like those first couple of months after quitting smoking and then going running or anything like that. You're like, oh my god, I'm gonna die. But I remember those days of wanting, like, oh, I can't wait. Like even when I joined the gym back in last January in 2020, I was like, I would finish the gym and then light one up on the way home, and I was like, this is gross.
I did that. I
Right.
did
I'm
that
not
all the
supposed to
time.
be
Same
doing
thing.
this.
Yes. Yeah. And you'd feel, I loved it, but I'd feel so guilty about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But there was nothing, I wasn't coming away from the gym feeling so fantastic that, I wouldn't even think of having a cigarette.
Right.
Now it's a whole different experience.
Yeah.
That's so
It really
cool.
is.
That's really cool.
It really is.
I have yet to leave a Fit4Lyfe class and be like, that was a waste of time. You know what I mean? So like I totally agree with you on that feeling, that burst of energy that's going to last all day.
Absolutely.
I think I even have a video from one of my previous classes where like I'm going to walk around like this all day. I just felt strong.
I'm feeling so good. It's so strong.
So from your heaviest weight, how much have you lost?
Well, when I was at my heaviest weight, no, I'm not counting like post-pregnancy, right post-pregnancy, but when
Need a calculator because I know I'm not good at math. Sandy might be able to do it. You can give Sandy the numbers and she'll get them out for you.
Let's do some tricks.
Oh, jeez, no, don't put me on the spot.
I started here, I was 155, which was my heaviest other than when I was pregnant, and I'm 124 now.
Wow.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's amazing. That's really, really good.
Do you think that this is you're comfortable where you're at right now? Like this is
you know what? So before I weighed probably like 5 pounds less than I do now, during those years that I kept the weight off. And I would sometimes, like at points in the year, I'd bounce up like, 5-10 pounds, and in the summer when I could work out more and eat at a normal time.
Yeah.
So I kind of see, I know the difference. I know what 5 pounds more is going to be, but I'm fine if I don't. Like, right. I'm really happy where I'm now.
Yeah.
If I end up losing 5 more pounds and there's, that I could fit in everything in my closet, that would be kind of cool, but I'm not worried about it.
Yeah. I mean, you look amazing. Like, you look super fit and super toned. Like, even like seeing you right now, I'm like, oh my gosh, look at Beth. Like, this is so cool. It's so cool to see, like, your transformation. Because, I mean, we've seen you, in such a short period of time. Like, it really hasn't been that long when you think about it. So
and I come 4 days a week, so it's not even like I'm every single day.
That you're doing,
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So so you said you were doing Weight Watchers and working out, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wow. That's big. So like it's not just the working out.
Yeah.
It's also the nutrition aspect.
Always,
But to see results and you're not even going, at
to like an extreme.
Right. You're not even like mashing your foot on the gas. You kind of, I don't want to say coasting because you don't coast at Fit4Lyfe. But 4 times a week.
Just when you think you are, we switch it up and we introduce you to Murph, and then we're like, here you go. We're gonna give you something else to play with.
I didn't realize that it was possible to be both like looking forward to something and not looking forward to something.
Yes. Oh my God.
Until now.
Listen, I could be here 15 minutes early, but I'm excited to go, but I'm like, or I could have another cup of coffee before I go. But you're right. I'm like so excited about it. But oh my God, listening at the beginning of class, listening to you explain everything we're going to do, especially you, when you're like, okay, today it's Cirque du Soleil training. And I watched you just fly through these little Cirque du Soleil moves, and I'm like, well, that's not going to happen when I'm doing it.
Yes, that's so good. Cirque du Soleil.
I'm always like deer in the headlights.
Hashtag Sandy and Cirque. Oh my God.
Cirque du
Was that a dream
Soleil.
of yours? That's my theory, is that you have had a dream.
I've always wanted to entertain like that whatever
the trapeze with the
with the
scarves,
ribbons.
the ribbons.
That
I
thing.
can see that. I can see that.
Why you laugh at me?
Because I just imagine me being up there looking like Peter Griffin from Family Guy. Like,
listen, it's so funny because you know what? It's funny that you say that though, because like when I'm demoing afterwards, I'm like looking at everybody. I'm like, why are you guys looking at me like that?
We're just a little bit scared.
She's definitely going to need to explain that one again when I get to it.
I'm like, listen, don't worry. You'll forget 90% of this, but I got to do this because somebody will get that one exercise.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
Do 100 burpees, do something impossible, do it again.
Then do a handstand and a backflip and turn all around and do a break dancer at the end.
And then breathe for like 10 seconds and then do it again.
And usually there's some body part like hanging in the air, swinging back and forth while you're supposed to be doing something else. And yes.
Oh gosh,
that
awesome.
would be, there's definitely times when I'm like, I'm gonna face plant. And I have a medical condition called face plantitis, and I can't do it. I'll bring a doctor's note.
Okay.
Oh, gosh.
I'm trying to keep all 32 teeth, please and thank you.
Right.
So how much weight if you are looking to lose more weight, how much more are you looking to lose?
Maybe 5 pounds. Yeah.
Right on.
I'm not looking for perfect. I used to, when I weighed exactly what I wanted to weigh, for some reason, like 117 was like the magic number. I think it's because it was between 120 and 115. And I knew 115 was, I didn't want to start getting like skinny.
Right.
And 120 was like, okay, you're heading in the wrong direction. So when I was there, I had a 4-pack. This was my favorite thing to do, going to the beach with my friends. I had a 4-pack, and then I had this little, that little thing, which wasn't bad. I mean,
right.
I would still wear like a string bikini. It didn't bother me at all. It wasn't like, but I would always be like, look, she has a 6-pack. Look, she has a 6-pack. Oh, she drank a 6-pack.
Yeah, I'm rocking the keg. It's cool. I'm all right with it.
But that's fine. And you know what? I'm 54, and like your skin's elasticity isn't.
It's way different.
Right.
Yeah.
And I was talking to a friend of mine about this a couple of weeks ago, because she's like, "Are you you're gonna stop now, right?" And I said, "Well, I still have a little ways to go to be where I was before, and I want to, tighten up things just a little bit." And I said, I showed her like, the band is like not just a cute little band anymore. It's an old lady like. And I'm like, look at this. She's like, yeah, but you could lose and lose and lose and lose. That's, you're at a different place in your life now. And that could, and that's something to keep in mind, because if you're trying to reach perfection, I mean, it can get out of control the other way.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Progress, never perfection.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think
absolutely.
it's and also like with having the different type of fitness that we do here, your body composition is going to change, and I think that is the biggest thing, because your weight could be, higher, but yet your physical appearance could be completely different and where you want it to be.
Absolutely.
Which always makes like all the difference, which is what I love about like HIIT training and circuit training and stuff like that, because you're just targeting so many muscles that you don't normally do. For me, I've always had my best results doing that, and all I do is the virtual workouts and then run like crazy, but
still not a runner.
Right? But that's it. I'm not like doing crazy like heavy lifting or a lot of barbell work or anything like that. So it really is proof that
God.
I want to give you kudos, because you just mentioned like being in a different stage in your life. Like, this shows that it doesn't matter what age you are or what stage in life, like, you can get results. And I think that speaks to the inclusiveness here at Fit4Lyfe, that we can have someone who's, if you said 54, 54 years old, come in and be featured in the newsletter after recently starting. I mean, like, that shows to how committed you are to your health and your goals, but that serves as an inspiration to everyone else here at the gym, even people that are looking to join the gym. You can see like, oh wow, I'm 50 plus, and I wanted to join the gym, but I walked by and I saw the crazy the sandy stuff that they had going on in here, and I was like,
scared me off.
So kudos to you for serving as that inspiration to others.
Thank you. See, now he called me old.
I just had to make sure I wasn't the first person to do it. Like, I saw, okay, Sandy didn't get attacked. Okay, let me sneak a jab in there. All right, what else we got here? Out of these three, what would you say is the biggest struggle? And then if you could touch on them, that'd be great. Food, exercise, and temptation.
Temptation.
Yeah.
Exercise is not a struggle at all for me anymore. Like I said, it
becomes part of
it becomes a part, and it really was. I was in the habit of doing it before, and I would, have the tenacity to stick with it, but it's like part of who I am now. Like, it's crazy. This place is crazy.
Yeah, no, I love that, because I can relate. I mean, it is, for me, it's just like brushing my teeth. It's just like taking a shower.
Yeah.
And I take a shower every day, So it's like, it's the same.
We're proud of you for that.
Right? I know, I'm proud of myself too. But it's just a part of me. And like, when I don't do it, it's not like I'm like, trying to put myself down or things like that. But at the same time, I miss it.
Yeah.
Right.
That's the thing, is I miss it. Like, I miss doing it, because it really does make me feel good. And with everything going on in our world and all the stress that we have to deal with, like, this is you. Like, this is your time.
Yeah.
Focus
really
on
is.
you,
It really is.
Which makes such a huge difference.
Yeah, I had the day after I had my first vaccine shot, and the day afterwards, a friend of mine who's a doctor said, just, let it marinate. Just and I'm like, really? Do I have to?
Right.
But it's a Saturday. Why do I don't stay home on Saturday? I start my Saturday at
Do you want my coach? She's gonna come find you.
As soon as I tell my coach that you said I couldn't come, like you're gonna be questioned, not me.
Right?
So yeah, and then food. I mean, like I said, I'm a foodie, but I can. It doesn't have to be like. It doesn't always have to be junk food. So, but. Yeah, temptation. I'm not really good at walking away from.
So speaking on temptation, are you more influenced by the temptation to just like sit back and relax, or more influenced by the temptation of food, being a foodie? Food.
And so if I lived in France or I lived in Italy, I'd be French or Italian, but I live in America, so I'm a wino. So every night I have a glass of wine with dinner.
She's a comedian.
Then after dinner, I have another glass of wine, and then, then I'm like, well.
All right.
Yeah. So.
What is your favorite food to like indulge on? Let me see how much I'm going to like you, Beth.
Okay. Actually, the one thing that I have to totally avoid, can't have it in the house at all, just randomly, is Australian licorice. I love Australian licorice.
I didn't know there was
from Fresh Market.
Not like she tells us where to go get it.
No, I'm going to go there right after here. Not the stuff you get in the grocery store that's like hard and been sitting there for a year.
Right.
Oh my God, that stuff's good. Or really greasy potato chips. Oh, I love greasy potato chips.
Like the dirty potato chips from Publix, like the one is. I really like those.
Or even Lay's, like just like the regular Lay's.
Really greasy.
Mm-hmm.
Really greasy.
Put it in a paper bag and it becomes transparent.
Yeah, where you like take it out and it's like, woo.
Speaking her love language now.
So are you a sweet? So are you a salty person? Well, I mean, you named. Okay, I was gonna say you named both kind of.
Anything dark chocolate. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm a sweets person. So you give me something sweet and.
That's what I'll do. I'll have that second glass of wine, and then I'm like, I just want something sweet, and okay, now I want something salty, and I had something salty. Now I need something sweet again. So yeah.
If this next question has to do with like your relationships, whether they be with friends, family, lovers, whatever, like how has your weight loss affected your relationships?
I don't know if it's affected them. I know that like friends and family are definitely, they're proud of me. They're happy for me. I'm getting a lot of I'm so happy that you found your gym family. I get that a lot.
Nice.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. And they see how excited I am, and I've actually, had a handful of people say I've motivated them to go back, and actually somebody joined this gym and a couple other friends joined, the gyms they were at that they hadn't been to in a couple of years. So that's good. But I would hope that, I wouldn't let my physical appearance affect how I felt about myself to the point of that affecting relationships, positive or negative. So I think that, like I said, it's everyone's happy for me.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I mean, I don't think everyone has that same experience, because I know for me, like my core group of friends in a way changed because I no longer participated in a lot of the things that I used to participate in, whether it be like going out and drinking until all hours of the night back when I was a bartender, or, staying up late in general, it's like I'm not going out and drinking and then going to fast food places and whatnot, and then even with personal relationships at home, it's like I'm changing what I'm eating, and that had an effect on my relationship with people at home. They were like, what do you mean you're not going to eat these cheeseburgers and these French fries and whatnot? So having my goals change definitely affected my relationship. Thankfully, they've all been supportive and realized like, okay, it's not a personal attack. It's, you focusing on what you need.
For some reason, a lot of people in my life are fairly healthy, like a lot healthier than I am. A lot of my close friends, my family. So there really was never any kind of pushback to why aren't you going out for fast food with us?
Right. What's your fast food go-to? Like if you were to have fast food, like...
It's weird because I haven't craved fast food in the longest time. McDonald's.
Yeah.
I like the fries.
Yeah, the fries are badass.
That's it.
When I had first pregnancy, that's like every day I had a fillet of fish, a hamburger, and fries every day.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
At least you were eating for two, because that was like a snack for me. Like,
Yeah, you know, it's crazy. It's crazy because I've never been a fast food person. Like, I think maybe in my late teens, early 20s, maybe, like, just, you know, going out and like late night, it's like Taco Bell or whatever was open, but never have I don't even think my kids have had fast food.
Wow, that's
lucky.
crazy.
Right?
That is
And you know what's
craziness.
even crazier is that when my oldest, he had gotten like a stomach bug or something, but he was over it. But it was kind of like that week afterwards where you're really not eating anything, and I was like freaking out. I'm like, why isn't this kid eating my food? I'm like, what's going on? So I went to McDonald's and I got him a Happy Meal because I was like, maybe he'll just eat like the junk food. The kid looked at it and he was like, no, I'm not interested. I was like, oh, something's wrong with you. But yeah, they've never had, maybe in school, like they've had chicken nuggets. Like if they have chicken nuggets at school,
Right,
I mean,
right.
Jason has to like force me to be like, Sandy, just let the kid have the chicken nuggets. I'm like, but maybe I could just bring in my own. He's like, don't let
They're
him.
baked, though. They're baked. They're
Yeah,
not
he's
fried in
like,
school.
don't let them. No, but they'll do like for McDonald's. They'll
Oh,
order
yeah,
from
yeah,
McDonald's.
yeah.
They'll order from McDonald's and do like a thing for like an event, like a holiday or whatever it was. This was recently too. And I was like, well, you know, I don't know, Santino. I don't know if we're going to do that. And Jason's like, he had to pull me aside and be like, listen, let the kid have the McDonald's with his friends. I'm like, really? And he's like, yes. He's like, just let him I was like, fine, okay. But yeah, we never, so like craving junk food and stuff, like I never crave junk food. I prefer to make myself like a cake and eat the whole thing. That's what I prefer to do.
I haven't missed fast food though, and it's not like I made a conscious decision because I could, you know, like on Weight Watchers, you could, you know, that's everything has its points, and you could just, you know, do it once in a while. But I kind of like I'll look up the points and I'll be like, yes, it's not that good that it's worth it.
Yeah, I was
Right.
gonna say, is it worth it?
No,
you know?
like definitely I'd have buyer's regret if I wasn't thinking about how I was eating or thinking about my weight and I just went, then yeah, I wouldn't think twice about it. But no, I've never been so satisfied afterwards. It's more the thought of it
Right.
than the taste of it.
Right on.
Yeah.
What intimidated you most about Fit4Lyfe? Like when you walked by that first day, what was it?
You on
That,
the spot. This is gonna be it.
All right, don't worry, the owner's only sitting right
How
next
much
to you.
time do you have? Yeah. Well, it was this is exactly the opposite of what I did, and I felt safe with what I
Yeah.
did when I went to the gym. Like I said, I would go a year with the same, you know, one day I do legs, the next day I do upper body. It was the same exercises for a year.
Yeah.
And I knew I wasn't doing them. I couldn't move my head. My shoulders were always up and my neck was always sore.
Oh.
And I'm like, oh my, and you do something different every single time. And within one class, you're doing and fast. And I'm like, this is exactly the opposite of what I was barely able to do correctly before. I'm going to kill myself. Yes, I was sure of it, but there's always someone right there.
Right.
I mean, always, even, you know, and there will probably always have to be someone right there because I'm very uncoordinated and I can't move and think at the same time. And
Same.
Jason will be standing in front of me going, straighten your arm. And I'll be like, move my leg.
Yeah. We're like, yeah, sometimes we'll joke about, we're like, yeah, you know, back rows and somebody's doing this. And we're like, back rows and they're doing this. No, pull back.
You know what? Just keep doing those.
Yeah.
You're like,
Listen,
next
a lot
round.
of
We'll
times,
get you next round.
Because we do move so fast. As long as you're not hurting yourself, just keep doing that.
Right.
You look good.
Right.
I see those muscles. You look good. Keep doing that.
Your heart rate's up. Like we'll let it slide.
Yeah.
But it was intimidating. I mean, the whole thought of it was intimidating. But and in all honesty, because when my gym was still open before COVID, and you guys were, I was walking by and I was seeing, I'm like, well, maybe I'll do, you know, a couple classes, like I'll do weekend classes. And then I was like, oh, no, that's high intensity interval training. We don't do that. No. We'll just keep doing the same stupid thing over and over and over again.
Yeah.
But it's amazing.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you tried it out.
Me
And
too.
here you are.
What was your first class like? I know what mine was like. So
Did you do burpees?
Yes, and it was the longest hour of my life. Now it goes by like that, but I was like, no, 60 minutes cannot be this long. And then it was Labor Day weekend, and like an idiot, I went to 2 75-minute classes. So I went to a 60-minute class and a 75-minute class and took a day off, and then 75-minute class, and it was a
that laugh
was
alone.
long. That was long. But like even just leaving the class and having this group of, now friends, but at the time strangers, like just cheering me on. Look, you came back. That's so awesome. And they just, and legitimately, like I'm like, are they on the payroll? Like,
What is going on at this place?
But it's true. Like whenever I see someone brand new in a class, I'm excited for them.
Yeah.
Like I really am. I'm like, you have no idea what you just brought into your life.
Aw,
You have no
that
idea
is
what you just
awesome.
did for yourself.
That is so cool to hear.
Yeah.
That is so. It's interesting because people sometimes will ask me, they'll like, what's so different? Like, what's so different about Fit4Lyfe? And sometimes even as the owner and as creating, all this stuff, sometimes I can't, like, I'm at a loss for words because I'm like, it's really an experience.
Yeah.
And like, you have to experience it for yourself to see, because it's not just one thing. It's not just one component. Like, you're going to come in and get a good workout. It's like the workout, the coaching, the extremely clean floors that I take such pride in, the your peers, your lifers that are here, like cheering you on, supporting you and stuff like that.
Everyone, without that, I've not had one person that is
I know,
not
it's so
like,
cool. It's so
amazing.
cool. And being on like the other side, like as a coach and seeing like these things happen, it's just really just, it makes everything, like all the lows that we've had, like especially in the past year, it makes up for all of that. And like when we get that email that's just like, this gym is like changing my life, it's just like, oh my gosh, I needed that right now. Like, thank you. It's a cool experience for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely think that the Lyfers is I mean, outside of the superbly clean floors and like the ever changing routines, those are great. But having this community, this is something that you can't put a price on. Like you can't create a community. You can create awesome routines and you can, clean your floors.
Clean everything up and make it look nice.
It's this Lyfer family that I fell into that really quickly, and I was like, I don't want to go anywhere else.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm forever grateful for this group of people. As crazy as we are.
I know, right? It only gets crazier too. It's like we keep adding to the family, and we're like, we just keep getting bigger and crazier and wilder. It's awesome. It really is a cool experience.
Yeah, and I mean, everybody considers themselves to be family here.
Yeah.
Every single person. It's bizarre.
Yeah.
It's like a cult. It's a benevolent cult, so it's okay.
Right?
But it's a cult.
I'm gonna try this Kool-Aid.
Healthy habits, how I look at it. I'm like, it's healthy habits though, which is something that we all need for sure.
Because we're definitely like all there for each other,
Oh yeah.
And like even if you're not friends with everyone in the gym on Facebook, they're never far away, and no one's ever gonna turn down help.
Right.
Unless you're asking them to eat like cauliflower rice. And like,
I might have to pass on that one.
like, listen, I love you, but like, can't eat everybody's cauliflower rice.
And no kale. No kale.
No kale. Kale's your no go.
It's nasty.
Yeah.
Kale is a very interesting vegetable. It's like it has to be prepared like a certain way, even for myself to eat it. Like I'm pretty open to all the vegetables. I'm like, whatever, just bring on the vegetables. But kale, like it has to be like with like lemon juice and olive oil. Like it has to be massaged properly because it's like
nature's scrub brush.
Yeah, because
it's a lot
like
of trouble for kale.
Yeah, it
Or
is.
you could just not eat kale.
It's true. You could just not eat it. But I'm like, but it's so good for you.
It's a super green.
Yeah.
I'll super pass.
Yeah. Real quick.
I'm with you.
So these are questions that we didn't send you. But like these are the same
look
questions.
At the time.
Now experiencing technical difficulties. So we did this with I did this with Coach Jason, and I wanted to bring this back. It's the this or that food edition. Just quick questions. You choose one or the other. That's the only option. So when it comes to Doritos, nacho or Cool Ranch?
Cool Ranch.
Yes. All right. Tacos, hard shell or soft?
Soft.
Right on. Nice. I can dig that. I mean, personally, I write hard shell, but that's okay. It's all right. Pizza or nachos?
Pizza.
Yes. Winner. Wings or burgers?
Oh, tie. Hard tie.
Right.
Don't make me choose. Quick. That's like a Sophie's Choice question. No.
Both. All right,
want
I
them both to
can do.
live.
So when it comes to wings, flats or drums?
Drums.
Okay, we can go out to eat wings. I like that. So far, we're good. Now, with these wings, ranch or blue cheese?
Blue cheese.
Ugh, you're wrong, but it's okay.
No, we're on the blue cheese all the way.
Ugh, I can't do it. Blue cheese on anything else, but when it comes to wings, give me my ranch.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh no, I love some blue cheese with some celery. Yum.
Pineapple on pizza, yes or no?
Wouldn't be my first choice, but yeah, you give it to me, I'll eat it. I won't order it though.
Nice. And the last one, ice cream or cake?
Ice cream.
Yes. All right, I'm going out to eat with her. Jason has to take a back
You can have
seat.
your kale.
I know. I'll have my kale and then my cake. I eat the kale so I can eat the cake and not feel guilty.
And it's almost the same amount of work to make the cake.
Pretty much, yes.
I don't have any more questions, but Coach, I'm sure you can explain what we can expect moving forward with Fit4Lyfe, because she's only been here since August.
I know,
so
right?
There's a lot of different challenges coming up.
Yeah, we
What
have.
am I in for?
I know, right? April is right around the corner. We have a burpee challenge that starts in April. I know we're so excited, but we do it for Autism Awareness Month.
Oh,
so it's a great
perfect.
cause.
Yay.
Yes, it's a great cause.
Yes.
We support a foundation here locally that helps support to send children to summer camps.
Awesome.
So we help support that. So for every burpee that's done by each person, we donate 1 cent. So like in the past years, our first year was like 30,000 burpees, then it went to like 40,000, and then it was like 60-something thousand burpees amongst everybody in the month of April. So it was really cool.
Nice.
And we have the board up, and so everybody can see each other's numbers, and it's like a big old friendly competition. And we actually have
great cause.
right there, I don't think we can see it.
I'll definitely take a picture of it now.
Yeah, we have the burpee challenge belt. So
Championship
you can,
belt.
yes, you get to take a picture with that. So it's a cool. So we have that in April. And then we have May, which is the Murph challenge. We start, training and stuff like that for that challenge, welcoming everybody to do that. And then summertime, I don't remember what we do in the summertime.
Yeah.
Stay indoors.
Yeah.
It's so damn hot.
That too. But also last year, I can't speak to it because last year we were
true.
just getting back into opening back up. So.
Right. So we always, you know how it is. We're always bringing something new, different challenges, just to keep everybody motivated and on track, and then fall back into the, fall and winter again.
Right.
That is
And
fun.
then the cycle repeats and it's never ending.
Right. But at least you're a little bit more experienced, so you know what to kind of expect, with the challenges and everything like that. So that's always a good time. So cool. So one last question. It's not bad.
I wasn't even ready for this one. So
Right? What would you tell somebody that was completely like new to fitness, or that just walked past here and was like, no way, that's not for me? Like, what kind of advice or tip or suggestion or anything that you would give to them?
I would say just you need to try it. There's no words to describe
Yeah.
what an experience it's going to be.
Right. Cool.
Yeah.
Dig it.
Absolutely.
I know.
1,000% true. You have no idea
it's an
what you're in
experience.
for.
I
Walk through that door.
try to tell my friends. Like I probably sound like I'm in a cult. Like, you guys just need to understand. I can't make you understand.
I know.
Just how much fun it is,
Yeah.
and just what the people are like. It's just, you can't describe it.
I've been asked by a few of my friends and followers on social media. They're like, "Do you get paid by them?" I'm
Right,
like,
like what?
"No." Like I genuinely enjoy going. The workouts are fun, although intense. The Fit4Lyfe community is amazing, but on top of all that, like, I'm seeing results. You know what I mean? Like, I can't do a normal regular gym. I don't have the discipline to go out and just spend 45 minutes doing arm day, chest day, leg day. It's like, I need someone in my face yelling like, no, you need to do burpees. No, you need to do this. This is, your form is incorrect, without having to pay on top of a monthly fee for a personal trainer, So, that's it. No, I'm not on payroll. I just genuinely enjoy it.
Right?
So.
I'm just having fun.
Right.
Which is what it is. Sometimes it's just a big old party.
Yeah.
Especially if it's somebody's birthday, forget about it. It's going to be fun.
The burpees.
Yeah,
that's
that's
a party. That's a party.
I've learned, like you, it's like I don't look at the calendar because I don't want to necessarily know exactly what's coming up, but also looking at the calendar just to make sure it doesn't say happy birthday so and so.
Right?
Well, my birthday is going to be 55 burpees, so
I'll be there.
might want to be.
I'll be there. If you're gonna be there doing burpees, I'll
You
do
got to
it.
come at 5:15.
Oh, see,
Shit.
okay, now we gotta negotiate.
I actually, though, you know what?
Does it fall on a...
It's a work day for me, but it's after the students are not there, so I might be able to finagle going to work a little late that day. Yeah,
nice.
The students will be done for the year by then.
I know, nice.
So.
Yeah, it's funny because when we see the birthdays, some people will even ask us. They'll be like, "So, what class is so?" I'm like, I cannot break that privacy, so I can't tell you what class. But then it's a guessing game. It's like, okay, well, what class is this person going to be? I see it's their birthday. What class are they going to be in? Or sometimes they'll hit you with a double whammy when we have two people's birthdays and they'll come to the same class together on purpose.
Yeah.
Good luck with that one.
Well, see, like that doesn't backfire for. I mean, that backfires for both of them. On top of that, it's like I got to do your birthday burpees on top of mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why
that's
you
a
do
terrible
that.
idea.
I know, right?
Why would anyone do that?
Right? And then we got to coordinate how we're going to fit all those burpees into class.
Right. It's like, oh,
Today's workout is just burpees. Just get them done. And then when you're done, you can just do one lap to just make it even,
Outside to the light and back to the right. Well, thanks for coming by. Thanks for sharing your story.
Thank you guys for
I
having
know.
me.
Keep up the
Congratulations
great
on your
work.
transformation.
Thank you.
It's simply amazing. Amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Keep it up. We're looking forward to seeing how else you transform, because this place will make you come back.
Right.
Well, all right, folks. You heard it here first. There's going to be a lot of burpees going forward. So take care, be safe,
Bye,
and stay fit.
guys. See ya.